Have you ever found yourself nodding along when someone says, "Well, at our age, that's just how it is"? Perhaps you've overheard a friend sigh, "I used to be able to do that, but not anymore." Or maybe you've caught yourself thinking it. There's a quiet acceptance that settles in for many men once they reach their 60s. A feeling that certain aspects of life strength, intimacy, even mental sharpness are simply destined to decline. It's a painful reality for too many, watching parts of themselves diminish, often without questioning if it truly has to be this way. This silent resignation can lead to less activity, less joy, and less connection. But what if I told you that much of what we've come to accept as inevitable is actually based on outdated myths? What if the truth you've been told about aging simply isn't true for you as a doctor? I hear these misconceptions all the time, and it's time to set the record straight. In this video, we're going to dive deep into 3 major male myths that often hold men back after 60, myths that are just waiting to be debunked. Understanding these truths can unlock a vibrant, fulfilling life you might not have thought possible. Watch to the end for something that will surprise you. Let's dive right into the first big myth, one that I hear almost daily in my practice: the idea that you're simply too old to build muscle or get stronger. This is deeply ingrained in our collective consciousness. You might have heard it from friends, from family, or perhaps you've even felt it yourself after trying to lift something and feeling a twinge. It's easy to look back at your younger days, remember the strength you once had, and assume that those days are long gone, replaced by an unavoidable decline. We see advertisements for mobility aids and hear about sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass. And it's easy to fall into the trap of believing that weakness is an inescapable part of growing older. But I'm here to tell you, with absolute conviction, that this is a complete and utter misconception. Your body, even at 60, 70, or beyond, retains a remarkable capacity for adaptation and growth. It's not just about slowing the decline. It's about actively reversing it and building new strength. Think about it this way: your muscles are living, dynamic tissues. They respond to demand, no matter your age. While it's true that muscle protein synthesis, the process by which your body builds new muscle, might be slightly less efficient as you age, it absolutely does not stop. With the right stimulus, your muscles will adapt, they will grow, and they will get stronger. The key word here is stimulus. If you don't challenge your muscles, they will indeed atrophy. But if you provide them with a reason to grow, through resistance training, they will answer the call. I've seen men in their 80s, who hadn't lifted a weight in decades, start a simple strength program and significantly improve their strength, balance, and overall vitality. It's truly inspiring to witness. So, how do we debunk this myth and reclaim that strength? It starts with actionable steps, and they don't involve pumping iron like a bodybuilder. The first step is often the hardest: starting. Begin small. You don't need a gym membership, fancy equipment, or even heavy weights. Your own body weight can be an incredibly effective tool. Think about simple exercises like chair stands, where you stand up from a chair without using your hands, and then slowly sit back down. Start with 5 repetitions, and gradually work your way up. This simple movement directly translates to better mobility in daily life. Another great option is wall push-ups. Stand facing a wall, place your hands on it shoulder width apart, and lean in for a gentle push-up. This builds upper body and core strength safely. Resistance bands are another fantastic, low-impact option. They provide scalable resistance, meaning you can choose a band that offers just the right amount of challenge for you, and gradually move to stronger bands as you progress. You can use them for simple bicep curls, tricep extensions, or even leg exercises. The beauty of these methods is that they are accessible and low risk, making it easier to overcome that initial hesitation. Consistency, not intensity, is your secret weapon here. Aim for 2 to 3 strength sessions a week. Even if each session is only 15 or 20 minutes long, your muscles need time to recover and rebuild, so don't feel like you need to do it every single day. The benefits of building and maintaining muscle go far beyond just lifting heavier objects. Stronger muscles mean better balance, significantly reducing your risk of falls, which is a major concern as we age. They support your bones, helping to maintain bone density and protect against osteoporosis. Increased muscle mass also boosts your metabolism, making it easier to manage your weight and improving your overall energy levels. And let's not forget the mental and emotional benefits: the feeling of capability, the boost in confidence, and the sheer joy of knowing you're actively investing in your health and independence. I remember a patient, Arthur, who came to me feeling defeated. He was 68 and struggling to carry groceries from his car. He'd decided it was just old age and was ready to give up his independence. We started with gentle chair stands, then progressed to light dumbbells. He started with 2 pounds, felt silly at first, but stuck with it. Within 6 months, he was carrying his groceries without a second thought and even started doing light gardening, something he thought he'd have to abandon. His energy levels soared, his mood improved dramatically, and he told me he felt like he'd gotten years back. Arthur's story isn't unique. It's a testament to the incredible resilience of the human body and the power of consistent effort. So, dismiss that myth entirely. Your strength journey isn't over. It's just beginning anew. More informed chapter. Now, let's tackle a more intimate, but equally important myth that often creates significant anxiety and resignation for men after 60, the belief that your sex life is over or will inevitably decline into insignificance. This is a myth steeped in societal expectations and often fueled by a lack of open discussion about sexual health in later life. Many men privately believe that once they hit a certain age, their desires diminish, their physical capabilities vanish, and intimacy with a partner becomes a thing of the past. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy, isolation, and a significant loss of connection within relationships. It's a painful misconception because it robs individuals and couples of a vital aspect of human connection and well-being. But let me be absolutely clear: while there are natural physiological changes that occur with age, a fulfilling and active sex life is absolutely possible and achievable well into your later years. It simply might evolve and take on different forms, but it doesn't have to disappear. The truth is, sexual health and intimacy are complex, influenced by a myriad of factors beyond just chronological age. Yes, men may experience slower arousal, a need for more direct stimulation, and erections that aren't as firm or spontaneous as they once were. Erectile dysfunction, or ED, becomes more prevalent with age, affecting a significant number of men over 60. However, these are often manageable conditions, not definitive endpoints. Many cases of ED, for example, are linked to underlying health issues like heart disease, diabetes, or poor circulation, all of which can be addressed and improved with lifestyle changes or medical intervention. It's crucial to understand that these physical changes do not equate to the end of intimacy or desire. They simply mean that your approach to sex and connection might need to adapt. So, what are the actionable steps to debunk this myth and maintain a vibrant, intimate life? The first and perhaps most crucial step is open and honest communication with your partner. Many couples fall into a silent struggle, assuming the other person knows what they're thinking or feeling. Talk about your desires, your concerns, and explore new ways to be intimate. Intimacy encompasses far more than just penetrative sex. It includes affection, touch, shared experiences, emotional closeness, and mutual pleasure. Redefining intimacy to include a broader spectrum of activities can open up new avenues for connection and satisfaction. Holding hands, cuddling, massage, shared hobbies, deep conversations, all of these contribute to a rich, intimate life. From a physiological standpoint, lifestyle factors play a huge role. The very same habits that support overall health also support sexual health. Regular physical activity, like the strength training we just discussed, improves blood flow throughout the body, including to the pelvic region, which is essential for erectile function. A heart-healthy diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins, helps prevent conditions like heart disease and diabetes that can impair sexual function. Managing stress through techniques like meditation, mindfulness, or simply spending time in nature can also significantly improve libido and performance, as stress is a major dampener of sexual desire. And ensuring adequate, quality sleep is vital for hormone regulation and overall energy levels. Furthermore, do not hesitate to seek medical consultation. If you're experiencing challenges like persistent erectile dysfunction or a significant drop in libido, a doctor can help identify underlying causes and discuss a range of effective treatments. These might include medications specifically designed to improve erectile function, hormone therapy if low testosterone is identified as a factor, or even devices or surgical options in more severe cases. The landscape of sexual health treatments has evolved significantly, and there are many safe and effective options available that can help you reclaim this important part of your life. Remember Arthur, who felt silly lifting light weights. Many men feel a similar reluctance to discuss sexual health, but it's a vital component of well-being, and there's absolutely no shame in seeking support. By taking proactive steps and challenging the notion that intimacy diminishes with age, you can continue to experience a deeply fulfilling and connected relationship with your partner for many years to come. Moving from physical and intimate health, let's explore something that touches all of us and is often the source of significant concern: our minds. The third powerful myth that often looms large over men after 60 is the pervasive belief that mental decline, memory loss, and a general dimming of cognitive abilities are inevitable and irreversible. This idea can be truly frightening, painting a picture of a future where your sharp wit, your cherished memories, and your ability to learn new things slowly fade away. You might worry about forgetting names, misplacing keys more often, or feeling slower in processing information, and conclude that this is just the beginning of the end for your brain power. This misconception can lead to withdrawing from mentally stimulating activities, fearing that trying to learn something new is futile, or resigning oneself to a future of inevitable cognitive decline. But let me reassure you, while some changes in cognitive processing speed are a normal part of aging, significant mental decline is by no means inevitable, and your brain possesses a remarkable capacity for growth and adaptation. Even in later life, this is the incredible power of neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. The truth is, your brain is not a static organ. It's a dynamic, adaptable powerhouse that thrives on challenge and nourishment. While certain diseases like Alzheimer's or other dementias can cause severe cognitive impairment, these are not universal outcomes of aging. Many factors contribute to maintaining robust cognitive function, and many of the slips we experience are often due to a lack of mental stimulation, poor lifestyle choices, or even stress, rather than an irreversible age-related decline. Your brain, much like your muscles, responds to exercise. The adage, "use it or lose it," applies perfectly here. If you stop engaging your brain in challenging ways, it can certainly become less efficient. But if you actively challenge it, provide it with the right fuel, and protect it from harm, it can continue to learn, adapt, and even form new connections. So, how do we actively debunk this myth and foster a sharp, resilient mind? The actionable steps here are multifaceted and wonderfully interconnected. First, embrace lifelong learning. This doesn't mean going back to university, though it certainly could. It means consistently engaging your brain in novel and challenging ways. Learn a new language, even just a few phrases a day. Take up a musical instrument. Dive into a complex hobby like chess or woodworking. Read books that push your understanding. Solve puzzles. Whether crosswords, Sudoku, or jigsaw puzzles, the key is novelty and complexity. When you learn something new, you're literally building new pathways in your brain, strengthening its overall network. Second, prioritize physical activity. We've talked about its benefits for muscles and sexual health, but its impact on brain health is profound. Exercise increases blood flow to the brain, delivering vital oxygen and nutrients. It stimulates the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF, often called brain fertilizer, which supports the growth of new brain cells and connections. Even moderate exercise like brisk walking for 30 minutes most days of the week can make a significant difference. Third, stay socially engaged. Isolation is a major risk factor for cognitive decline. Meaningful social interactions stimulate your brain, challenge your thinking, and provide emotional support. Join clubs, volunteer, spend time with friends and family, or even strike up conversations with new people. These interactions force your brain to process complex social cues, language, and emotions, keeping it active and vibrant. Fourth, nourish your brain with the right foods. A diet rich in omega-3 fatty acids, found in fatty fish like salmon, is crucial for brain cell health. Antioxidant-rich fruits and vegetables, like berries and leafy greens, help protect your brain from damage. Whole grains provide a steady supply of glucose, the brain's primary fuel. Limit processed foods, excessive sugar, and unhealthy fats, which can contribute to inflammation and negatively impact brain function. And don't forget the importance of hydration. Your brain needs water to function optimally. Finally, prioritize quality sleep and stress management. Sleep is when your brain cleanses itself, consolidates memories, and repairs cells. Chronic sleep deprivation can impair cognitive function and memory. Similarly, chronic stress can have a damaging effect on brain structures involved in memory and learning. Practice relaxation techniques. Ensure a consistent sleep schedule, and create a conducive sleep environment by actively engaging your mind in new challenges, fueling it with healthy foods, keeping your body active, and managing stress. You are powerfully combating the myth of inevitable mental decline and fostering a mind that remains sharp, curious, and resilient for years to come. We've journeyed through some truly stubborn myths that too often dictate how men view their lives after 60. We've seen that the idea of inevitable muscle loss and dwindling strength is simply not true. Your body is capable of building and regaining strength at any age through consistent, achievable resistance training. We've debunked the notion that your intimate life is over, recognizing that sexual health can thrive and evolve with open communication, healthy lifestyle choices, and available medical support. And we've shattered the frightening myth of unavoidable mental decline, understanding that your brain possesses incredible neuroplasticity, ready to be nurtured and challenged through lifelong learning, physical activity, social engagement, and proper nutrition. Remember, the biggest obstacle isn't your age itself, but often the stories we tell ourselves, or the outdated stories society tries to impose upon us. These myths are not your destiny. They are merely old narratives waiting to be rewritten by your choices, your actions, and your belief in your own enduring potential. Small, consistent changes truly can make a profound difference to your health, your happiness, and your overall sense of purpose. It's not about turning back the clock. It's about making the most of every moment you have. Equipped with accurate information and a renewed sense of possibility, I want to hear from you. Have these myths held you back? What steps are you taking to challenge these beliefs in your own life? Share your thoughts, your experiences, and any other myths you've encountered in the comments section below. Your insights could be exactly what someone else needs to hear to start their own journey of debunking. If you found this video helpful and encouraging, please give it a thumbs up. It helps us reach more people who need to hear this message. And make sure to subscribe to the channel for more practical advice and empowering content designed to help you live your best life at every age. Don't let a number define you. Your journey of growth, discovery, and vitality is just beginning. Live your best life at every age.